Culture is brilliant at winning hearts and minds. We need that input, the yet to be imagined future in a sense. Culture can be a petri dish for that. Climate KIC was established by the European Institute of Technology to address the climate crisis. They take a really interesting approach. So their methodology is to bring in really important actors from across a range of disciplines. So it brings in the universities and research, it brings in the business sector, it brings in the government sector, and it brings in the civil sector as well. So the whole idea is to take a systemic approach to the issue that is really addressing fundamental change to try and tackle the serious issues that confront us at the moment. My name is PJ Mathews. I am a Professor of Irish Writing and Culture at University College Dublin. I'm also the Director of the Creative Futures Academy at UCD. My academic interest, my research interest is in Irish writing and particularly the role of Irish writing in social transformation. The Climate KIC has a specific project here in Ireland, a deep demonstration project. Most of the work of that is in the STEM field. So things like carbon farming and soil health and biodigesters and really important issues that need to be confronted to get us to carbon neutrality in 2050. But one of the issues that they think is really important for us to tackle is the whole notion of culture and creativity. I've been brought in, I suppose, as somebody who knows a little bit about the culture and creative sector to work on the vision for what Ireland might look like in 2050 and what culturally we might need to do or how culture can help us to get there. There's a long-standing relationship between culture and agriculture in Ireland. So if we go back more than 100 years ago to the Irish Revival period, there's a really interesting overlap between the visionary people who are doing interesting things in the realm of culture, like setting up the Abbey Theatre or the Gaelic League and encouraging Irish writing, and the people who are also innovators in the agricultural domain. So for example, Horace Plunkett, who set up the cooperative movement, moved in the same circles as Yeats and Lady Gregory and Douglas Hyde and these people. There's a massive overlap between culture and agriculture, which became a potent mix that massively helped Ireland's social transformation at the end of the 19th century and into the 20th century. So I think that's a really important case study or a model or a precedent for us now. We can look back and see ways in which, by bringing those two domains together, massive social change can happen. Having a cultural dimension to this is really important because it's important to know the how the technology and the scientific answers and approaches to the major questions that face us. But what's also really important is why. Why should we do this? How can individual action be calibrated to a wider sense of a social vision, so collective action? That's where culture comes into the domain.
My name's Denyse and I work with Climate KIC. Specifically, Climate KIC has a contract with the Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine to work with the sector here in Ireland to really help the sector achieve their emissions goals. We coalesce into a series of 7 flagships. One of them that we realized was absolutely critical was to look at what is the vision for 2050 and how can we reimagine the future for the agri-food sector, because we need that North Star, that we have something a bit more tangible than just saying we need to achieve net zero. I met PJ and the role and the importance of culture and heritage in Ireland is so important in the connection with the agriculture sector. And we also realized that we wouldn't win hearts and minds through spreadsheets and PowerPoint presentations. We, as Irish people, are very proud of our agri-food sector. That said, we have enormous challenges around reducing our emissions. We need to be brave, be prepared to step in, lean in, try some things and say, geez, that didn't work exactly, but we learned stuff from that now we can build on again. I think we will get there. We have a long history of overcoming challenges and adapting and being creative in how we approach things. Now is the time again where we can point it and say, look at that, how amazing it is. We have an amazing agri-food sector that is resilient and sustainable.
I think there are lots of wider opportunities for Ireland if we take this mission seriously. I think we do have the potential and the capability to be a global leader in relation to this. Across Ireland, one of the amazing things is community arts, community activism, be it the local musical society or the drama group or the sports clubs. There's an amazing critical mass of energy and things happening. We do that really, really well here. I think that brings with it all sorts of potentials and opportunities.